It's official, guys. The last writers who worked on the epic story that was Half-Life 2 episodes 1 and 2 no longer work at Valve. But does this mean Half-Life 3 is dead in the water? Hey guys, my name is Elijah, and today on Rocket Sloth we're taking a look at whether or not we will see Half-Life 3 this year at E3. Let's get into it. Mark Ladeshaw, the author who wrote the stories for Half-Life and Half-Life 2, departed from Valve last year, but there were still a few writers who worked on the Half-Life series that stuck around. It looks like, however, things changed earlier this month. Chet Falizek and Eric Wolfpaw, who both co-wrote the 2 episodes for Half-Life 2, have left Valve as well. Engadget.com did some pretty good research and noticed that Valve has not since posted a listing for new writers. However, Valve reportedly has 300 staff members and only 100 are public on their site, so maybe they have some secret writers working on Half-Life 3. Or maybe Falizek and Wolfpaw already finished their stories years ago and left on their own terms. While the departure of 2 key writers is very disheartening for fans who really want to see a Half-Life 3, maybe there's still a chance that this could happen. But what are the real chances of us seeing Half-Life 3 this year at E3? Now, I could be wrong on this, and trust me, I would be so happy to be wrong on this, but it really isn't looking like we are going to see a Half-Life 3 announcement this year or really anytime soon, and there's more factors than just writers leaving. Sure, it would be great to see Half-Life 3 announced this year. It's been 10 years since we've had a new Half-Life game, but once you start to study Valve's publishing history, you might see a trend recently that might make you think otherwise. Let's just do a quick look at Valve's publishing history. Valve was founded in 1996, and Half-Life was released in 98, followed by Team Fortress and Counter-Strike in 1999. Ricochet and Deathmatch were also released in 2000, and Half-Life add-ons were released in 2001. In 2003, Day of Defeat was released, and in 2004 through 2007, Valve released Half-Life 2, and every year after that released some sort of expansion for it up until 2007. In 2007, we also saw Portal and Team Fortress 2, and then in 2008, we saw Left 4 Dead, and just slightly over a year later, Left 4 Dead 2 came out. Alien Swarm came out in 2010, and Portal 2 came out in 2011, being the last single-player game released by Valve since. But Valve kept on going as a game publisher. CSGO came out in 2012, and in 2013 Dota 2 came out, and then that was it. Which seems really odd because Valve had such a great track record with releasing a new game every year. And I don't know if it's just me, but for 18 years releasing a new game and then just randomly stopping, doesn't that seem a little bit odd? So it's been 4 years since their last release. What's up? Personally, if you just look at what Valve has been working on outside of games, it kind of makes sense. Valve has been really working on publishing new hardware, different types of software and operating systems for Steam. And last year they released a demo for like a VR type game. It's not finished or really anything specific, but it takes place in the Portal universe, and it shows that they're really trying different types of VR systems. With Valve working on technology more than games, it's very possible that the next game that they're going to release will be something much more innovative, something new, something like Portal was at its time of release, except with VR maybe. So will we see Half-Life 3 this year? I do not think so, but we can remain hopeful that maybe Valve will come back to the game publishing world this year and at least release something, and maybe that'll set the road for a Half-Life 3 return in a couple of years. I would say once Valve releases something big, something technologically big, like kind of what Source 2 was when they announced that. When they announced the Source 3 or whatever the next big thing is, we might see a Half-Life released on that new technology that they develop. But that's just my opinion. I'm some guy on the internet. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below and let's talk about it. And while this video may be over, we do upload new top lists, gaming discussions, and gaming news videos published every single day. So be sure to subscribe to Rocket Sloth, your new #1 source for all things gaming.